Hello, and welcome to the first episode of a little series I'm going to be doing testing out Linux software in an Illumos LX branded zone. So Linux zone on Illumos, in this case we're using SmartOS just because it's super simple to stand up a zone. We could be using OmniOS or also now even Triblix has a spin that you can run LX zones on. And Zap is just about as easy to stand up zones, and maybe in some ways easier. So the little bit of software we're going to be looking at today, and throughout this series, we're going to just be testing bits of software I use in my day-to-day work or hobby activities. First one is going to be KNIME, which is a kind of graphical data analytics machine learning tool. We're not going to delve too much into it. Just want to see, will it run? Can I get it to do some basic functions? Because I'd like to keep these videos ideally, in the 5 to 10 minute range. So as I said, we have a CentOS 6 LX zone here. We have the package there, and I'll probably have to do a come in here to make sure X is working, and that's now been uncompressed. Let's fire it up. And hopefully I brought in enough fonts for this to work. Looks like it. So I didn't include the LX zone setup. Leave a comment if you want to see that. Because to be honest, it's a simple JSON, hey, create zone, or vmadmin create, and threw some packages on with yum. So there's not much to it. But I guess let's pull down a couple examples and see if anything breaks, which I'm pretty sure it won't. This tool KNIME is based on Eclipse, so it's reasonably complicated. We're running Java under here, some other stuff. Let's do some visualization. That'll be interesting. Maybe some clustering. So the plotting works fine. This is just the basic included plot. We're doing a little bit of machine learning here with a k-means clustering. It's about doing a regression tree. Yeah, I'd say everything is working splendidly. Let's see if we can install some packages. So if networking works, which it does because we were able to SSH in. Where did visualizations go? You got to bring in the modules. So this is installing some extensions now. Yeah, and it always runs that slow, even in a native Linux environment. So far, I am super jazzed. One, about KNIME 3.4, just released today. That's why we're doing this one first. And two, the performance, right? So this is faster than if I was running it in a VM. Or at least it feels faster. I don't want to speak too authoritatively. I'm not benchmarking it. But it feels faster. We're also, one thing about the zone setup, we do have a compressed, we're using LZ4 on the zone data set. Let me get back to where I was. And some more info on KNIME. Leave a comment if you want to see any more videos about it. I love it. It kind of fits well with your tools for data science are varied, right, as people are, but this is really handy to have around, right? So I mainly use this, R, Perl, and then I include Perl, and then more structured programming languages. So things like Java, Scala, obviously the Hadoop infrastructure. What am I doing? Visualization. Take a look at some of these line plots. Looking pretty good. Even the JavaScript integration here is working nicely. The UI pretty fancy. Well, I am satisfied. So I guess that wraps it up. Like I said, I didn't want to make these too long, and a little scattered. Have been up all night, but wanted to get this out this morning before I started work. Although this technically counts as it. But yeah, leave a comment if there's any Linux-only software you want to see in an LX zone, and also leave a comment if you want to see more on KNIME. Thanks.